everybody. Welcome back to ESL's King of the Hill. I'm Sage M.
Tasty Steve.
This is the one and only Tasty Steve. We are back here in the lovely studios here in Burbank, California, and Southern California, of course, which is where all the champions so far for this ESL King of the Hill have been. This is supposed to be a rivalry battle between Northern California and Southern California, but guaranteed that 3 weeks in a row, Southern California has won.
Yeah, it's guaranteed at this point.
Right.
NorCal is looking a little too easy at this point, man.
I'm a little worried. You know, there's still another week, Steve, so we could see if they could come out swinging next week and maybe get the last one, put that final nail in the coffin. But if you don't know the format so far, we've been playing some Street Fighter. It's been first to 10 sets with Northern California versus Southern California. Winner gets to play and see who is going to be the king of the hill. So far, that has been Chris Tatarian. He has won 2 weeks in a row. We'll see if he can get this third week. He'll be playing up against, of course, Southern California's Alex Myers, who beat Kelvin Gian of Northern California.
And just in case you guys are not aware of the way it works, we're doing first to 10 sets. All characters are allowed. And, of course, you can play on all the stages except for the beach, of course, and the training stages, which are banned. Yeah. And the loser can still switch characters. And that's probably not foreign to most of us, but it is still an option.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty incredibly standard rule set, right? It's just the way all these Street Fighter tournaments are played. We can see the player select screen here. Kelvin Gian, you can see in the bottom left there, grayed out. He'll be heading back to Northern California. We have a new player from Northern California and Southern California here next week, but now we're going to have Alex Myers from Southern California versus that king. You see a little crown there for Chris Tatarian. Going to be throwing down in this first 10 set to see who will be the king of the hill and win this $500. Chris T has already got a nice little $1,000 for himself, as well as one of those controller chaos fight sticks. You know what I mean? He's got a couple of those, got some money in the bank. Just, you know, so far it's been really incredibly impressive so far. We're going to take a look at this little bracket. If you guys missed it earlier, Kelvin Gian and Alex Myers played a first to 10 in which Alex Myers won 10-4 versus Kelvin, who played Urian as well as Mika. Now he'll be going up against Chris T, who is the two-time King of the Hill champ, looking to see if he can get this third week in a row of being the king of California. It looks like, you know, we're going to head over to a little interview to hear from both of our players before this set is going to be going on with Tasty Steve. Let's head over and hear what they think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our players once again. Of course, we have Ronan's very own Alex Myers, who is about to play our most recent King of the Hill champion, Chris T. I'm going to start off with Chris T. So, how are you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good.
So, you just saw Mr. Ronan Alex Myers do an amazing job at Canada Cup, and you just watched this set. Are there a few things you're keeping track of for this set?
Not really. Alex and I kind of play quite often, so I think we have like mental notes on each other. So I'm just going to ride off of that.
Okay, so I'm going to ask him the tricky question. Who wins most of these sets?
You know, when we play casuals, Chris usually wins, but lately when we play in tournament, I've been winning. So, yeah.
Okay, the plot thickens. The plot thickens. All right. Do you feel like there's anything that you don't have to say? Are there things that you keep in mind that are special to Mr. Chris T as a Ken player and a Street Fighter player that you never take advantage of, that you might possibly exploit?
I'll exploit as much as I can.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. Same question. Do you think that Mr. Myers has any tendencies that actually play to you, and even more so that it might have made you a little better as a player since you guys play so much?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Everybody has tendencies, and it's kind of, I can't just bank off of what I've experienced before or what I've seen before. Even just in this set with Kelvin, I have to experience it myself, and if I'm able to pick up on his tendencies while I'm playing him in this first to 10, then I'll for sure be able to expose it so I can win.
Is there anything that you saw? Who were you more prepped to play? Were you more prepped to play Kelvin Gian or Mr. Myers?
Neither. I knew that it was going to be close. I thought it was going to be a close set between them. They're both really good players, so I was just kind of expecting whoever wins just go handle business.
Do you feel like your character has an especially hard time versus Ken, or do you feel like it's one of those things that is left to the player?
It's either like slightly in Cammy's favor or 5-5. I personally think it's like it could go either way. Like 5, it's probably 5-5. Because she does pretty good damage, but he does like really good damage. If he can get in on me, that's where Ken can win. You know, so.
Same question. Do you feel like Ken does any better versus Cammy? What's your thought on the matchup?
I think it's in Cammy's favor. There's no doubt about that. I think that because Cammy controls the neutral, Cammy also has a lot of damage once she hits Ken. I was actually watching my match versus Myers. I watched the one round. I think it was last night before I went to bed, and he hit me once, and I got stunned off of like a stun combo at V-trigger. And however, I do think that it fluctuates because of the fact that Ken does a lot of damage, and Cammy has low health. So I do look forward to hitting Cammy whenever I do. It's just that getting past the mountain of getting through her normals, and Myers doing a good job of controlling neutral. I think that like at that point you can even just watch Momochi versus Zhao at the ESL Brooklyn Beatdown tournament, where it looked like Momochi was pretty much controlling the entire match, and then Zhao still ended up winning somehow. So I do think it's one of Ken's worst matchups, probably top 3. So
Okay. I also have a question for you. Being that you've been in these situations where you've been playing in a lot of tournaments, who do you feel like has been one of the problem characters for you overall, just stemming from what he said about the matchup?
Birdie.
Birdie?
And I don't like Mika. So.
Okay. All right. So let's just say either one of you switch characters. Do you feel like it's more likely that he would switch characters on you than you switch characters on him? Because we know you're a Ken specialist. But is there any situation in which you feel like Mr. Myers has the upper hand enough to switch characters?
Well, to kind of go back on like the past question, when you were asking about the matchup in itself, it wasn't like I was saying the matchup is really, 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 really bad for Ken. I'm just saying it could be 5.56 for Cammy, just because of that control in the neutral. So because it's such a close matchup, I don't think either one of us are going to change. I think we're just going to gun it out with our mains.
Okay. Last question. Do you feel like these sets, this is for both of you guys, help you go towards your next event that's coming up? Because I believe it's Red Bull Battlegrounds or whatever the case. Do you feel like this is a great prep? Playing these long sets, it being kind of on the stage with this production value behind it. First, you.
Yeah, I think it does help, like, mentally. But the big difference is these are first to 10s. And you're playing, like, first to 2s, maybe 3s in top 8. So it does help, and at the same time, it doesn't help.
Okay.
It does definitely help you become a better player in the long run, because it allows you to test your abilities to adapt in a long set. When it comes to like the tournament standard 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, not so much. Maybe you could watch your first to 10 that you played today and pick up on the habits that you had and be able to fix those in the, you know what I mean? Like fix the ones that you were kind of doing early on or that you adapted to, and then use those adaptations in your 2 out of 3 next time. You know what I mean? So you don't get in the rhythm of doing bad things.
Well, that was really insightful, and I really like asking these questions because it gives you insight to the players before they play another like worthy opponent. All that's left is to see how this plays out. We are at Street Fighter ESL King of the Hill Challenge. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna let these two get at it. Stay tuned. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, ESL King of the Hill. I am Tasty Steve, joined here by the man, the myth, the hair, Sajam.
How are things, Steve? It's good to be here.
It's going good. We just saw a crazy set, and we're about to see another one. What are your thoughts on this?
I think this is going to be a really awesome match. You know, we saw last week at Wednesday Night Fights.
Yeah.
These two played in winners and grand finals, and Alex Myers gave a little beating to Mr. Chris Tatarian.
Yeah.
It was a pretty convincing couple of sets for Alex Myers. And, you know, I feel like when we've seen them in the past, you know, when Alex Myers won his first Wednesday Night Fights ever,
Right.
he beat Chris Tatarian in the grand finals.
This is true.
As they mentioned, you know, they play each other a lot, so comfortable with each other, maybe play a lot of casuals. But it seems like the tournament results have gone to Alex Myers in those shorter sets. We'll see what this looks like in a long first to 10.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about playing these first to 10 sets. We get the long, drawn-out chances to see these guys evolve over time and see some of the small adjustments they make. You don't get that in a tournament setting. You only
Right.
get that if these guys are streaming on their own personal time, some crazy exhibition. This is the crazy exhibition part of it, but it's really good players that you guys want to see, of course.
Yeah, before we hop into that, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of things. One of our lovely, you know, shows that goes on for weekly fighting games events. That would be the Ultra 10 TV show, which, of course, is going to happen Tuesday night. Every Tuesday, the Ultra 10 show is going to go down. We will be there. We are, of course, on the Ultra 10 TV show. Yeah, we show up now and again. We stroll in, the hair, the body. We make sure to say hi. So we're going to be talking about all things fighting games if you guys would like to tune in the show tonight. We'll be, of course, talking about the ESL set that you guys are watching right now and who is the king of the hill for a third week in a row, SoCal. In the meantime, one of our other lovely partners with us for this event, of course, has been Controller Chaos, who is now giving Chris Tatarian a fight stick for winning 2 weeks in a row. And if you guys are at home and you'd like a chance to win one of their lovely customized products, you can, of course, follow them on Twitter at Controller Chaos, as well as ESL SF. That is, of course, ESL Street Fighter, which is the social channel you guys can keep up on. We are, of course, being broadcast on twitch.tv/ESL, the main channel here, which is where the action will be going down next week as well, on Tuesday. So if you guys want to tune in 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same time, new players, except for whichever king will win, of course. And that's what we're about to jump into in just a second here. So let's take a look at this first to 10. As I mentioned, you know, in tournaments kind of look like a set that's going to go clean for Alex Myers.
Yeah.
But this is a long set. This is one of those ones where you got to adapt, and you got to be worried about maybe going on tilt as things progress or keeping it, you know, together. And that's one of those strengths that we've got to see both players, you know, bring out, right? Can you stay alive in these longer sets? It's going to be Cammy for Alex Myers on the left and Chris T with Ken on the right.
And that's one of the things that like you said, we don't really get to see. 2 out of 3s are very sporadic in a lot of instances. I mean, it's part of the reason why, you know, when you get to the top 8, it's always 3 out of 5. That kind of plays a part into this. It plays a part into a lot of the gameplay. The fact that you have to know if you want to go home with, you know, the money and the controller from Controller Chaos, like, you have to be able to adapt over a series of games. You don't get one out where, you know, you get a lucky chance and you take a match and that's a 2 out of 3 set. No, this is about the long game. How long, that mental stamina, that fortitude it takes to win out over an opponent, a very good opponent at that. And like you said before, we just saw them at Wednesday Night Fights, and he's only won 2 at this point, and they've been like monumentous for him because those are his first time doing it.
Both of Wednesday Night Fights that Alex Myers has won have been over Chris Tatarian. Right, so it's been a couple of times now where Chris T and him have played, and it's come down, and Alex Myers has gotten the W. You can see warming up the hands there, getting ready to play this first to 10. They're in it for the long haul. It's a long set, so you got to be prepared the whole time. You got to, you know, if you're down a couple of games, you got to be able to mentally figure out what the game plan is, come back into these sets, and really try to understand what the plan is going to be.
Right.
It looks like they're getting set up over there. And again, you have to keep in mind, right, these players playing for some money. Chris Tatarian already $1,000 richer. We'll see if he can go up to $1,500. And if he wins all 4 weeks, he just collects this fat paycheck from ESL.
Right?
They've been awfully good to him so far.
Obviously, I mean, ESL must be prepared to cut that check because Chris T is still here winning games.
Yeah, signing
in names.
Chris T. Chris Tatarian. Hopefully they got that check ready for him. But I mean, it's been pretty convincing for him so far. Of course, Ronin's Alex Myers on the left has been, you know, a bit of a thorn in his side at a couple of events. But yeah, it's going to be a long one. And this matchup, as you mentioned, they talked a little bit about Cammy versus Ken. Main thing to keep in mind about this matchup is volatile. Yeah,
it's really scary. It's kind of scary on both ends. I think, more, in my personal opinion, I think it's more scary for Cammy because of the way momentum can work I feel like it's so much scarier for her because if she gets that life deficit, she's working twice as hard to get back in.
Yeah, she has control in the neutral, right? She can control the way the pace of the game is going, but pace is not everything until you get knocked down, right? Pace is so important, being able to establish neutral. You have the dive kick to approach, all these options. As soon as Ken establishes offense or he finds that one opening, the damage output is so incredible. And in a matchup like this, especially where Cammy has lower life, it's going to be really scary. So Chris Tatarian Ken, you can see, big. This is big damage. And corner carry already, that's the strength of Ken. He can take you from, middle of the screen or even the other corner and go to, anywhere on the screen. He can just carry you across, and that's so dangerous. See, the corner is quickly approaching for Cammy.
And you can see the great neutral here on display from Chris T. He's doing, look at how he's keeping her at bay with just normals. That standing roundhouse, crouching medium kick, crouching strong, and there's the back throw.
Yeah, one thing you got to do, keep in mind, that's unsafe. Yeah, got to be a punish. He misses it. This is a big chance for Alex Myers. He can get EX after. Just about tied things up. Unsafe, but keeps it safe with the V-trigger pop.
And you see Alex just opt out, go for that throw OS.
Yeah, good defense from Myers. You can see he's controlling the neutral a lot better now. Not as many buttons, not running into Chris T. That was unsafe. And now, big chance for Alex Myers.
I can't believe he didn't hit a button right there.
Yeah, great defense from Chris Tatarian. He was,
what a reaction. Fireball. Didn't even think twice. And this, I was actually just wondering, I'm like, man, he's playing at this footsie range where he can get clipped in the EX anything, and then you see why.
Yeah, immediate reaction time from Alex Myers on the EX uppercut. Keeps the combo up after, and there's the whip punish. Myers' neutral game is really strong. You have to be careful if you're Chris about what the approach options are. Crush out of the air.
Nice
Reset.
crush counter goes for the reset, like you said.
Nice little buffer off that light kick. He's got the fake. One more for stun. Does he risk the uppercut? He does. Throws out of range. Now Chris still with the lead, but not by enough that he can sit pretty. Alex Myers, lots of resources on deck.
And you automatically see he goes back to this very slow pace, but just slowly inches back into that neutral range where Chris T had so much control. Like,
what a reaction, but the back throw still full meter for Alex Myers. Chris Tatarian's got to be careful. He needs this V-trigger mix up to work. Got it. It was a confirmed uppercut into CA. It's going to be close.
Okay.
Oh, he can chip, but the air reset is no good for Chris Tatarian, who was down in that first game. A lot of times you're looking for that fireball or that, that fireball cancel, right, to keep yourself safe and space things out. When there's that little air reset, your opponent's going to flip out, fireball will land, or fly right past him, and Alex Myers on the game. See that, it seems like Chris Tatarian has a lot of neutral control. He's hitting the buttons, but Alex Myers' buttons are counting more, right? They're more about where they're planted. They lead to more in a lot of these scenarios so far. And this is one of the few times that Chris has got the offense going. See, great whip punish from Alex Myers. Even if he's hitting less buttons, that's unsafe. Even if he's hitting less buttons, the buttons he hit are they're right on the mark. Yeah.
Crush counter. And he's going to get the stun right now. There you go. Push that body to the corner. Get a nice combo on top of that.
Look for the reset. Late dive kick. He still keeps up the pressure. He has one bit of V gauge left, so he can do one more dive kick or drill.
Oh, nice. Finds the EX Tatsu in the air and keeps the pressure up right now. And Myers, like, uncharacteristically not hitting buttons on, like, in that range. It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, his defense is really on point. What a reaction. Alex Myers throws out that low medium punch, gets two of them, and keeps it up with the uppercut. Now, looking like he could take another game here. Myers is really playing this so well. He's establishing neutral game punish on the uppercut. Oh, man, he's got it figured out. One more for stun. He's got to watch out. Chris Tatarian's got to be careful. That stun gauge is still there with punish.
Oh, nice. Jumps out. Oh, wow. Just backdashes and punishes that dive kick.
Great reaction from Chris on that. Okay, he gets the buffer. Critical art's available, but he's not going to spend it just yet. Yeah, now, any hit will do it. You see Myers with the backdash? That backdash, buffered. If there's any kind of fireball from Chris T, he's going to get the critical art.
Speaking of buffer, crouching jab goes right into super. Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, sick little low strong, gets the V trigger, keeps it up. Not going to be enough, though. Myers can do the uppercut critical art.
And he just dashes in there. Oh, walks into it. And he was thinking that Alex Myers wasn't going to do it.
Yep.
Alex Myers, all about the double tap. Just like, you got to be ready for that.
Yeah,
boop, boop.
He stuck out that crouching fierce, and then afterwards, Chris T saw it and said, I have space to walk. I can get up in your face as Cammy. And Myers, he stuck out a button. He said, no, this is my space. I'll fight for it. I'm going to contest it.
Right.
And because of that, Chris took a couple of those, and now it's 2 games Myers.
Yeah.
See if Chris can maybe adjust and get back this control in the neutral that he wants. Oh, missed.
Oh, nice. And I say this is first to 3. After the first to 3, I feel like we're really going to see a lot of the adjusting happen. So this is a good match all in all, no matter what. But once this third game hits, like once it's done, I feel like we're really going to see the growing start. Only because I feel like that's when the mentality kind of loosens up for most people.
You just get out of that, oh, okay, I'm playing a tournament kind of format. Punish from Myers. He's got corner positioning, V-trigger's ready. You can see him just playing slow, right? He's not going to overcommit. Pretty safe offense.
Oh, wow.
Now a chance
Wake
for
up, goes right in the target, gets the Hurricane Kick, baits the DP, and takes the first round of the third game quite convincingly, too. 64 seconds left on the clock, and it was definitely about that range that he was definitely testing earlier. This time, he just, you know, made sure he put the nail in the coffin.
Whip punish from Myers, and he gets the corner carry from it. Unsafe, but yeah, he used that EX Fireball to make that target combo from Ken safe on block.
Oh,
back throw. Yeah, there's corner positioning from Myers now. He trades 1 EX bar for that V reversal from Ken. That's a pretty okay trade to take if you're Chris.
Oh, wow. Just reaching right now.
Yeah,
Finally
really.
lands the hit. Gets the target combo. No confirm. Tries to go for the jump in. Gets the throw. And Mr. Chris Tatarian definitely has corner pressure on his side right now. You see that V-trigger pop from Cammy. Oh, what a block. Low forward into critical art. Lots of damage.
Yeah, Chris got a nice positioning for himself, too. He's still got you know, space to work with.
And once again, we saw that test. We saw him test that range again, and Myers is like, nah, son, you gonna respect me.
Yeah, you have to respect that range. He sticks out that low jab. It's counter hit, so he gets crouching medium punch after, and that's where that big damage comes from. And Chris is really trying to occupy space that he hasn't earned. He has to establish these frame traps and really make Myers feel bad about it. But, you know, Ken has so many situations where he puts himself at negative in his offense, right, where he's no longer at advantage, so creating those situations is hard to do.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to wait long enough for him to mess up a string and not actually be safe or have the advantage. I think that's really good.
Right. Myers, you know, he was looking like he might go lose the game there, but much better in that round. See the delay from Myers just in case there was uppercut. And he spends this V-gauge early. I think that's not a bad idea since Cammy usually will get 2 V-triggers in one game.
And it's really scary in this situation because a lot of times versus a Ken, you always want them to spend all of their V-triggers so they never get that chance to get that cancel when you stay on the offense a lot. But even still, with the defense being played,
that should be dead.
Yeah,
it is. That was a big risk from Alex Myers to take with that little life left. He's building on a second V-trigger and everything, but Chris, clutch block is going to get himself the game, and that's the kind of decision it comes down to. You know, you saw it in that last round, there's like, what, 5-10 decisions about what the different defensive options are, what are you going to do in your spacing. All of a sudden, you're just one uppercut, and you lose that nice 40% for it. Chris Tatarian puts himself on the board. So 2-1.
Yeah.
Pretty close set so far. There's been a lot of back and forth in that second game. Oh, the interrupts.
Right in the middle of that V skill. Nice.
Yeah, you can't get away with that. Big uppercut. Seems like Chris more comfortable. Yeah, dash from Myers.
Crouch, jab, dash up, crouch, jab, strong.
Yeah, he's really just, he's playing the offensive game now, trying to pull out some tricks, and Chris T with a good answer.
Oh, nice push right there. Gets that light kick Tatsu. Nice push to the corner, and you see him get into this range and just start down backing. Activates, more back.
Yeah, Myers missed that confirm off the V-trigger pop. He tried fierce. It could have been crouching medium kick.
Oh, nice. And now you see Chris Tatarian playing that respect game, actually willing to back up, and the life is a little closer as a result of it.
Yeah, you see those backdashes from Myers. Still looking for critical art. He's got that full gauge. So Chris Tatarian can't be too antsy with fireballs or any buttons as Myers can get a whip punish.
Oh, wow. He was looking for fireball right there. Chris T didn't take the bait. Takes the chance, has that V-trigger activated. And we talked about this before. This is a oh my God. What?
Sick defense from Myers. He really cannot eat one of those crouching medium kicks from Chris right now. He'll go straight into critical art, so he's got to be careful about that button. That one. Yeah, that's the one.
And look how close Myers is playing. And he didn't seal the deal. Definitely had the hit, and you know what Chris T is looking for. You know what he's looking for.
Now spent the bar.
And the walk up. This dude is crouching right in his face.
This is what happens, right? Because Alex Myers is establishing the neutral, he's whiff punishing so many buttons. Now Chris is sort of getting a little worried about hitting buttons, and because of that, Myers buys the space to walk up and throw in his face.
And did you see Myers just do that crouching fierce, and he blocked it, and he was like, you're not going to hit a button, and he walked forward, and Chris is like, no, I'm not that scared. I'm definitely about to hit a button.
Got a challenge. Closest stun is Chris Tatarian, and full gauge still for Alex Myers. Critical art on deck, and at this point, it's going to be close to kill, just raw by itself. And if you get some combo in front of it, it's going to be a lot. There it is. Critical art's on deck, and he spends it.
Lots of damage.
Living. We'll see if what Chris does on wake up. There's just the bait from Myers, just in case.
Yeah, that was a really good bait too.
Yeah,
dash
walk
up,
up,
back
throw.
dash. Ooh, nice.
And that's what happens, right? We saw Myers, he walks up and throws, right? Now this time he thinks, all right, I'll walk forward a little bit. Chris is going to think I'll walk up and I'll take up space with this big medium kick. And that's what Myers does. He's doing a good job of mixing up, you know, taking control of the neutral with buttons, but then suddenly moving forward and occupying that space. That little grounded footsies that are so close, it's really tough to play that kind of spacing game. You have to be really comfortable with it. And Myers is certainly comfortable with it. This is a big punish.
Nice, gets the Tatsu, keeps that screen right behind him, has great positioning right now. Chris T with awesome buttons right here.
Well stun. And now he gets the follow-up afterwards. Alex Myers lost a lot of life. And he's living by a pixel. But that'll do it, yeah. Just try to wake up button, didn't get it. And now Chris Tatarian on the round. Pretty convincing one.
Yeah, 75 seconds still left on the clock. Chris T did a great job that round. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, a nice little medium kick to stuff. And that's one of those buttons you got to stick out there to make Ken, you know, uncomfortable in the neutral. And then as soon as that starts happening, he wants to stick out his big buttons. You start whiff punishing them. That's how you open up the neutral and get your offense going. Antsy jump by Alex Myers, but the wake up jab will do it. See, Chris looked a little frustrated. He tried a meaty and he just missed.
Oh, wow. Same side right now. And Alex Myers tries to go for that V skill. Nice, meaty, two-hit DP from Ken right there.
Oh, missed the dive kick. There it is. Now gets himself out of the corner. Anti-air back. Medium punch. And now Myers still with all this gauge to work with. V-trigger as well as critical art.
And look at the stuttering. Yeah.
He's inputting just in case. That's punish. Maybe out of range? No. Right at the tail end of it. That'll do it. Yeah, 900 life Cammy. So 3-2, close set so far. A couple of errors from Alex Myers in that game. You saw he kind of ran into a few neutral buttons in the last round. You know, the first round of that game, he ran into a few neutral buttons, did some extra damage, didn't have to. That led to that big crush counter. That game sort of a little antsy with the jumps and the drill that he went for. So Myers, you know, he's got to keep up this slow pace, and it's hard to do in a longer set to stay.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, man. You get into these longer sets, and it gets scary.
Yeah, playing slow for that long is really tough to do. Meaty is good, but he wasn't ready for it. Just looked for something else. Chris with the anti-air. Oh, big. Saw the dash forward first. He gets that extra screen carry and big punish.
And you can see Chris T throwing off Alex's timing. He's doing early dashes, so you think he's still active. So he's committing to these buttons, and he's already stopped.
And Chris looked a lot more offensive at the start of this round. He's doing a good job of smothering Myers a bit more. And I think that kind of pace and speed will make Myers make more mistakes and really start to frustrate him. The walk up again, he didn't let him have that space. Oh, under.
Oh, wow. Using that crouching furious to low profile. That was smart.
And man, he was so close to building that critical art. Alex Myers, he doesn't have it. You see the backdash.
And he walked right up into low forward range from Kane and sat there.
Yeah, that's the range that he's earned by playing Cammy. All right, escape. Punish. No, he didn't get there. Step kick is the answer. Oh, but the overhead will do it. Yeah, if you're Ken and you block that, you can do the V-skill step kick and get the punish. If you have V-trigger, you can cancel it and everything, but he just didn't know.
Nice anti-air right there. Walks right back out of range. And there's that roundhouse test from Chris Tatarian.
No, meaty. Yeah, you got him with the throw bait too. Now Chris in the corner. Whip punish. One more for stun. Oh, wow. Wait, did you see the little bop right there just to make him convinced it was something else? Myers looking like it's a great round for him so far.
Oh, nice. Low forward. Gets the fireball. Gonna take away a nice chunk of damage.
And no meter spent, but the big risk from Myers, air to air. He's got him. He's close to stun. EX not going to do it. One hit. He's out of there. Oh, he got him in the air. Yeah, he's definitely out there. Definitely up in the air, and he was trying to escape the corner, but instead gets clipped. Now because of that, Chris Tatarian, you know, he spent a bar on that comeback, so it's not too bad. But he's, you know, that round might have been his. You see this range from Alex Myers waiting to whiff punish. Oh, just got clipped at the last second. Whatever anti-air you tried, got counter hit.
Oh, nice roundhouse right there. And then instead of going in, which has gotten him hit, typically Chris T, after seeing that roundhouse block, just backed up. Like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Unsafe, yeah. Can't get away with that against Myers. He's got the punish ready. Other side, you see the walk under from Myers, and he looked for the throw bait. Chris T didn't take the bait.
Oh, Thunder Kick.
What a reaction, and it's in time.
Wow.
Man, Chris T was totally prepared for that.
Look at him go. All right.
Huge damage, and now has advantage. A throw will do it.
Oh, nice.
Myers with the wrist. Oh, they
double dash up?
Yeah, they both wanted to take up that space, and Chris T was just there first. That dash is a little faster. Gets the throw because of it. Now we're tied 3 apiece.
Now, I want to see what happens now. Now that Chris T is actually respecting that range a little more, as well as kind of challenging it himself, like at the right times, it seems like. I want to see what happens now.
We'll see if maybe Alex Myers now starts to whiff punish a bit more. He changes up the way he plays neutral, or maybe even starts to force, right? And we'll see what it is. There's the whiff punish. But we got to see, right? Chris is, you know, he's taking up space. He's the one hitting buttons and being active. Oh, miss. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Autocorrect whiffed. He was trying to NCR the dive kick, and Myers missed the dive kick. That can happen. Sometimes your opponent makes a mistake. That costs you.
Yeah.
That'll happen sometimes. Oh, big jump.
Wow.
Pops it. And he gets the back throw.
Yeah.
He's got spacing, and the uppercut will do it.
Oh, tried to change his trajectory. Didn't work out because he met him with a DP right there. That was good. And look at Myers fishing for that low. He's just trying to get in.
Takes up space. Back throw crush.
Counter. Crouching fear still gets reset into the hit, but no confirm from Alex, who could have took it.
He just did it, yeah.
And now it worked out supremely in his favor because now he has no meter heading into the potential last round of this match.
Yeah, and you know, he was looking for that hit confirm on that low medium kick. He just missed it. He thought he saw the hit. It wasn't there. Now because of that, he lost a lot of meter, and the uppercut. Yeah, Chris will do uppercuts, and I feel like in situations where he feels like he made a mistake and he wants to retake the match. Now, Myers getting hit a few times. Takes back offense.
Nice, finds a hit. You're right. He seems like he gets so much more aggressive to fix what he did wrong. Oh,
baited the throw, but he didn't complete. He had so much resources too. That crouching fierce will definitely be critical art if Chris walks into it. And backdash too. Backdash is buffering critical art just in case there's a fireball or something from Chris Tatarian.
And he is playing really scary because he's walking into that range and still throwing out buttons, and and he's getting whip punished for
it. They just walked up right in each other's face. And that space being taken up, you got to expect buttons soon. The throw tech OS is not punished.
He's getting dangerously close to kill range right now. And look how Bravey is dashing into him.
Yeah, you got to expect.
That's going to be the round. And he saved all his meters. And like you said before, sometimes the opponent makes a mistake that actually messes up your plans. But right now, he's definitely keeping him alive right now.
Yeah, that was a big miss from Myers. Not sure what he tried. Oh, unsafe. Does not spend critical art yet. Oh, big. Yeah, he went all in again. Spent a bar to keep himself safe. See that great damage Chris has at the top from those crouching fierces. That's going to add up. Still there. It's a pretty good amount of gray damage. Oh, Chris with the dash in, trying to cover the space.
Oh, wow, those trades right there.
Yeah, and Myers, you know, he's not preemptively hitting enough buttons to stop Chris from dashing and taking up space. He's kind of playing it slow, drill, and he gets the corner push after this.
Oh, wow, he was really wanting that hit. Finds it, and that's going to be critical art this time.
Yeah, spends it. Gets the critical art immediately. This is good damage from Myers. It puts him in a pretty good spot in this round. We'll see what Chris's option is.
Oh, wow,
Throw tech
dash
OS.
up, nice.
See Myers with the buffer. He's waiting. He's looking for anything in neutral here from Chris. He can pop. Yeah, he pops the trigger.
And he never plays that range when he doesn't have super. Like, he won't play that range unless he has super because he's comfortable playing the whiff punish game with Chris T. And that's crazy how many times we've seen him confirm crouching low forward in the super.
Yeah, but big jump.
The hit.
Yeah, too much recovery on that fireball. Myers finds the big jump over it. Takes the lead in the set again. 4-3. Been close so far. Oh yeah, you see that Myers wants a minute. He wants to think about it. He hit him with the double.
Yo, just in case you thought you didn't see me, I'm gonna put my hand up again.
Throw him the hand.
All right, I'm ready now. Now you can finish letting me beating the crap out of him.
Let me take it to you, air to air from Chris. But yeah, since he hit it a little while rising, Alex Myers actually turned out to be advantage there. So it was the while rising 4 actually. Oh, we got him.
Already stunned. Gets a little meter. The double knee hike. All right.
Yeah, and one more combo will kill. Oh, if that was confirmed, it would have been death. No anti-air on the Tatsu. It's tough to do.
And we've seen Chris make crazy comebacks from this situation, and not today, sir. Not today.
6-frame fierce whiff punish. Boom from Alex Myers. Slugs him, and that was great. That was that fierce that, you know, stuck out to intercept that roundhouse that he hit. Oh yeah, Myers is entering the matrix.
Yep, he's in the zone.
Sometimes in fighting games, people think they're Neo and they just stop moving because they're just like, yeah, I can see the frames.
Yeah, and then we're like, what is he doing? And he's like, I'm starting to believe. And,
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we know
and then they get hit by a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Usually that's how that goes. Well, the big uppercut from Alex Myers spends the resources against Chris T, and he gets a nice chunk of damage for it. Meaty pressure.
Oh, nice dash up. Still finds the hit. Pops trigger. Does not use the rest of it. He wants to finish it on this next mix-up.
Trigger pops. Oh, if that had been confirmed, it would have been the round.
Oh, wow. Burns the rest of his trigger, and you just gave Christie a chance, and he takes the life lead. Just barely, but he has it.
Oh, out of the air, and he waited for the uppercut. It didn't come. He gets hit in the block string. What a block from
Nice block
Alex.
on the thunder kick, dashes up, crouching forward kick from Cammy.
Gotta be careful, and he'll do it. You gotta watch that reaction EX dive kick again. The double KO!
And Alex Myers is gonna take it though, because that's how Street Fighter works.
Yeah, both get around, and because Christie didn't have one on the board, that is now 5-3 for Alex Myers.
Not looking too good for Christie right now. Challenging a lot of Cammy's buttons, and I feel like he doesn't have to. I feel like he's doing it just to keep Alex Myers at bay. Because if he doesn't not contest, then Myers is going to try to run all over him.
Yeah, Myers is doing a good job. See, he's switching from whip punish mode to now I hit buttons and I'm being aggressive mode to let me dash in your face and throw you, or stuff like that, right? There's all these different options that Myers is switching to in the neutral footsies that Chris is having trouble dealing with all of them. Great intercept from Chris. Yeah, 2 in a row. Oh, okay, this is big punish.
Oh, that is gonna hurt.
It's one more, okay.
Oh,
Big
wow.
risk.
Actually gets through the crouching jab
yeah,
this time, but doesn't mean anything. Chris T takes first round.
Yeah, he puts himself on the board. That's a good start after that last game with double KO. It's good resolve from Chris Tatarian in these long sets. And, you know, he's won 2 of these weeks in a row, so we know that he has a resolve to win in long sets, right? But, you know, it's a deficit now that he's got to deal with. Oh, my, crushed. And that's too much damage for Cammy to really deal with, right? A couple of roundhouses and the crush counter after. See what resources he allocates. None, it seems.
Really smart, because you never know.
Oh, that could have been
and
it.
Now you can kill him. You can chip him out now.
Yeah, the un-V reversible, for some reason, situation, and that'll do it.
I think it's because the fireball doesn't hit you yet.
Yeah, it's like the fireball. There's like a gap there, and then the fireball hits you like at the same frame or something. You can't V reversal. So, yeah, just Ken things.
Things that Ken does.
Just Ken things. So yeah, it looks like it's 5-4, or and now
Is it 5-3?
I think it's 5-4. Oh, counter hit confirmed. Oh yeah, out of range. So that's one thing you got to watch out for, right? Is that a lot of times players will walk backwards, right? And you try to throw them, and their walk speed is so fast. Ken with the second fastest walk speed in the game behind Vega. So like when you try to throw him, it doesn't work. Counter hit confirmed from Chris. That was really good. That low medium punch into crouching medium kick only works if it's counter hit.
Oh wow! And just made Chris feel like he was in the right by walking forward with a little shimmy, a little down, up, down.
Still, Myers with all kinds of resources to work with. Other side, but Chris blocks. Oh wow, Chris took advantage. Yeah, he just hit that double low strong, and as soon as he saw it, he confirmed it, had the V trigger ready, and he gets himself around. Chris Tatarian looking like he could tie things up here. It's been a tight set the whole way. Chris Tatarian now hitting the buttons in neutral, sticking out that little light kick to try to stuff what Myers is doing. Also maybe buffering in case there's uppercut. Oh, he didn't hit confirm.
Yeah, you're right about that. That standing light kick really fast gives you a nice little tempo. See if they're actually hitting buttons in between, as well as it recovers fast enough that like it's really hard to whiff punish. So.
Yeah, so you hit it a few times, then you walk back, and then you whiff punish, just like that. That's what you want to do. You hit the stand light kicks to make them hit buttons. Offense now for Chris.
Oh wow.
Another throw.
Dash up throw?
Still has positioning, but the uppercut critical art again, and you see the look on Chris's face.
He has a little wry smile forming right now. All right.
Oh yeah, baited the throw, but Chris didn't take it. Oh, no uppercut from the Myers. He just wasn't prepared.
Oh, nice dash up. Wanted him to hit a button. Wanted that counter hit. Oh, speaking.
Yeah, great defense from Myers. It allowed him to get that hit. Oh, no uppercut from Myers. He just stayed blocking. One more hit'll do it. Those medium kicks are real dangerous now for Chris.
Yeah, and he's switching between crouching and standing medium kicks just to see if Chris T is going to walk in between one of them.
Yeah, unsafe sweep.
And you can see Chris T getting quite annoyed.
Yeah, he's got full resources though, so he's got to try to stay calm. Yeah, that's not the kind of start that's going to work out for him. Myers playing it slow on the ground so far. As he's been doing, right? He switches between whip punish mode, where I wait for you to hit a button, to I'm going to be offensive. And now it's my turn to, you know, stick out 3-4 fierces in a row, just like that.
And do you see the spacing on those crouching fierces and standing fierces from Myers? They're so good.
It's right at the edge of it.
Yeah.
Oh, just took the risk after. Yeah, that is negative. Okay.
Finds that target.
Maybe the risk now is working out. Critical art confirmed.
Not dead. Still really close to stun because he's not going to build any. but this is definitely a bad situation for Alex Myers. He does have full resources, though, so who knows? And we've seen him make some crazy comebacks just by finding those hits.
View reversal from Chris. He wants that tempo back and the thunder kick. Yeah. Tons of great damage on Myers' side because the view reversal, of course, adds great damage. That temporary damage, if you get hit, you lose it. So, of course, takes advantage. We're tied in this set, 5-5. So, you know, going into this is a long one. We'll see. You know, we had a couple of close sets, right? Last week, Chris T and Samurai came down to the last game as well. And so that resolve is going to be important. You know, we know that Chris T has it, but it's whether Alex Myers does.
Yeah, like we said, this is an endurance test for the most part. And they're already 10 games deep. And the next person to win another 5 games, they're going to take the set. But like I said, you have to get to those 5 games and play soundly and smart while you're doing it.
EX dive, yeah, and the view reversal from Chris to get rid of that stun gauge and remove some stun from you, as well as, you know, gains yourself some space.
Right. Oh, no anti-air that time after the backdash. Oh, wow. Roundhouse.
There it is from Myers, and he can spend EX after for a bit of extra damage.
That was really smart. He didn't have too much V trigger left anyway. There's DP to meet him in the air.
Another one, yeah, a little antsy on the jumps, and now Chris with the positioning. Oh, he chased it!
The chase down!
And EX afterwards.
Clever girl.
The fake.
Oh, tried to hit him with the fake, and it cost him the round, trying to show just a little bit, and that's what happens.
He was waiting just in case there was uppercut or something like that, right? He was just faking him out, and Myers with the throw on wake up.
Tried to hit him with the legendary skill passed down through the Tatarian family for years upon years.
The House Tatarian secret bloodline oath.
Yeah,
his special move.
Oh.
Showing him his visual prowess. Oh, he missed. Yeah, throws a little early.
Crush counter.
We've seen that a few times from Myers, and that's one of those uppercuts that comes from the heart.
He meant that.
You know deep in your heart that that's probably not going to work, but you just got to do it. You're just so in that moment, and because of that, Myers gets the game.
And goes up 6-5.
Yeah, gains the lead again right after Chris got a couple of games. He won the last 2 straight. Now Alex Myers puts himself back on the board. And he's a legitimate threat here to be a new king of this hill, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but we saw this last week from XSK Samurai and failed just shy. Speaking of just shy, he's not shy about this damage he's doing right now. Really close to stun.
Yeah, that throw would have been it. Big jump again.
Oh, tries to go in for another throw typically, but there's Alex Myers testing again, but still has the life lead in his favor, Chris T.
We mentioned that about Myers. He will take up space with those buttons. He's not going to let you get in his face for free. Missed the dive kick. Oh, thunder kick. This time he doesn't fake it, and there's the uppercut he wanted. Great round for Chris Tatarian. Really prepared and all the things. He was just, you know, at the right space at the right time for a lot of that, and Myers got a little antsy.
Oh my God.
Confirmed, yeah. You really got to watch out for that. If you're Myers, he's been getting a little jumpy in some of these rounds.
And this is one of those things that happens when the matches seem to go on a little longer. You start to get loose again. You start to think that you can jump versus a character like Ken, and he has pretty good options to stop you from doing so.
Yeah, trade gets the stun, and that's a quick game for Chris Tatarian. That explosive damage output and just ability to close things out from Ken is so powerful. It's one of the things that makes him such a good character. And you know, it's just one of those situations where imagine if 3 or 4 of your buttons as Cammy suddenly get hit by counter hits from Ken, suddenly that damage output's not so nice on a 900 health character. It's real quick for that to swing the other way. It's a pretty volatile matchup, as we mentioned. Whiff punish from Chris misses.
Wow. And you can see this time Myers going in a little further just to try to get a little cleaner on those whiff punishes. Probably try to keep Chris a little honest.
Yeah, Chris has gone to a lot of light attacks up close to stuff these Myers normals, and then now he can bring out his big attacks. Okay. Yeah, big target combo check, and it's hit confirmed. Other side. One more for the game. The thunder kick will do it, but there's the big uppercut challenge from Myers.
There's the V reversal.
Oh, run.
Finds the hit.
Another run. Chris really wants to throw, take that throw and get the round. Unsafe. Yeah, it's super unsafe. Myers, maybe with the missed buffer or missed input, he just got the raw trail.
And you see Chris T slowing down now. Doing a great job of slowing down, finding those more punishes at this point, as well as just has seen a better control of the match itself.
He's looking more comfortable. Okay, big uppercut risk. But yeah, it looks like he knows more about what his game plan needs to be and what buttons he needs to hit where against Alex Myers now. There's a control in the corner for Myers. You can see a couple of buttons from Chris, but nothing crazy. Wow, buffers from Myers, but he wasn't ready for the fireball. Both on full critical art, so you got to be careful. There's got a few ways to go into it. Jump over. Oh, that's punish. Yeah, miss. Dragon Punch probably.
So next hit will be critical art from Cammy. Especially if he still has it the next time he finds the hit.
Oh, no, that was big, and this is that huge can damage we mentioned. 1 bar for a huge corner carry.
Oh.
View reversal from Myers is so good to get out of there. Anti-air, no, he missed it.
And that's going to cost him a bar.
It was probably supposed to be EX uppercut. Now, Tatarian in great positioning.
EX Tatsu meets in the air.
And that's not enough. He didn't have the EX. Myers pops it.
Oh. Oh,
no anti-air, but
gets
the
back throw, and with that gray life, that's why he died. Oh
100%.
my God.
There was that sliver of gray life that made it enough last round to see who can go up 7-6 in the set.
Nice anti-air.
Again, Myers, he's trying to get that hang time with the dive kick to get around it, but the jumps are a little antsy. I like the jump hurricanes now from Chris. That's a new thing that he's doing to get through those fireballs with punish.
Oh, wow. And you saw what he did there? He saw that he couldn't hit a button on wake up, dashed up, and he just used it to keep that space. Gets the throw.
And Myers is so good at this throw game, baiting the throw. Man, yeah, the jump Tatsu is so important from Ken to get around anti-airs.
Nice double back dash there from Cammy.
Yeah, Cammy does have V-trigger, so you got to watch that raw pop when he sees a fireball.
And we saw what happened before. I know you're like, hey, why isn't Chris T throwing fireballs?
Oh, the counter hit confirmed. No, he missed. Yeah, you can confirm that counter hit, crouching medium punch into super, but he just did a little too late, and because of that, Myers goes up 7-6. See, I'm looking a little disappointed there. I mean, he had the right idea, right? That was what he was looking for, that counter hit into the confirm. Just a little slow. Now, 7 Myers, 6 Chris Tatarian to see who's going to be the champ. Again, Chris T has been undefeated so far. He has won so many first 10s. And Myers could be the one to do it. We mentioned his tournament record against him is very strong. In this exact matchup, low forward again from Myers. Yeah, he really wants that crush counter, right? He does that crouching short or standing okay, and he does the roundhouse after. And another bait. That'll be the stun. Man, what a round from Alex Myers. Not dead yet, though. Chris still has resources to work with, and Myers cornered himself.
Nice pressure.
Power gets out. And that fireball's not going to combo. Oh, the jabs, but no confirm.
Needs to be really careful. Cammy is definitely, she has critical art now, so anything at this point. And you see Ken working on a critical art of his own. Yo, just V skills all the way across the screen.
Yeah, 3 runs. Anti-air?
Oh,
yeah.
Nice read right there.
He just had he saw that there was a jump, popped the trigger in there, and you saw Chris try to float and get away with a hurricane, but just not in the right space. Oh, the dash up gets intercepted. Now this is a big chance for Chris. But no, again, Myers so insistent on wake up buttons. Oh, crushed. Another reset. This time it works and stunned so quickly against Cammy. Chris not going to spend anything here. He just goes for the heavy Tatsu. And you know that Myers is not out of this round.
Oh, yeah.
With all these resources.
Cammy is definitely one of those characters that can take advantage. Yo, the nerd Josh. Oh, wow.
Stun.
So much damage, and he still has enough to potentially get another critical art if he plays his cards right.
You wanted to throw bait now, man. He's not out of this round. You got to watch the pop into the V-trigger.
Oh, the fake out. Oh, man. One more hit here from Alex Myers. He's going to go up 8-6.
And Myers will see if he can do it. Walk up the low forward, slightly out of range.
And then he walked even further in.
Just that little jab he stuck out. Chris stuck out the stand light kick to counter, but immediate crouching medium kick. Myers. 8 games over Chris Tatarian. Chris is going to have to win a lot here. He's really got to pull it back. And the key that Chris has to do, stay composed. He can't lose sight of his game plan or become frustrated here. Yeah, he's got to stick to what he knows and really just try to lock down Myers more and wake up. If he's going to uppercut, let him uppercut. Yeah, just counter hit those buttons. And that's what he's done here.
So much damage right now.
But we just saw the same deficit and Myers brought it back. He's not out of these by any stretch of the imagination. And, you know, he's got the resources.
Oh, wow. Gets the walk under, finds that fierce.
Oh, he looked for the crush, but that's going to be stunned. So now corner carry to the other side of the screen. Myers still about 2 hits from taking this. Juggle. Should be enough. And it is. He doesn't drop it. It's got to be a worry for Chris. He's got to stay focused and not get too upset about these little situations that don't go his way.
And that's one of the things that happen, especially like we said before, it goes back to the long set. You get relaxed, you get lazy. And it's part of the hard thing about these matchups, these 10-game streaks, is staying on top of it enough, man.
Oh, great dive kick. Those are the dive kicks and the jumps that Myers needs, right? He's done a few where it's kind of high and it's in neutral. You don't want to keep it close. You want to keep it tight where it's harder to react. Chris T with the throw. He's got positioning now. Tatsu, and that stun should be the game.
Yo, Chris T brings back a confident match.
Yeah, Myers, he had some trouble there. You know, I think Chris T was not afraid of the uppercuts from Myers. He stuck to the meaty pressure, and Myers was sticking to, you know, wake up buttons or wake up throw and stuff like that. And it didn't work out for him. If you're insistent on these wake up, you know, things, just do something on wake up. Sometimes it'll get you caught if your opponent catches on. Not a lot of dragon punches for Myers that game. Oh, okay. It's that low medium kick. And this is that range that's so scary for Chris, right? The buttons at this range, it's real tough to tag Cammy, although she has great standing medium kick, crouching medium kick. Ah, big roundhouse, juggle. Corner carrying damage.
So much damage. Oh, man. Gets the
big
back throw out of the corner.
Yeah, he's close to stunning now, Alex Myers. He's still keeping that stun gauge up. Overhead.
Gets hit by the thunder kick.
Oh, what a block. Yeah, and that'll be the round. He gets to build some extra meter. Back throw for max meter gauge. And Chris Tatarian, clean round.
And we see Chris Tatarian playing a much more patient game this time around, getting a bunch of those crush counters on those DPs because he's just waiting just a pinch longer than normal and not getting in.
No anti-air from Alex Myers. There's been a few of those that have got out of his way. Gotta wonder about that, the buffer.
Tries to push Cammy, and she pushes back. Cross under.
Yeah, great offensive series from Myers. Okay, oh, he missed the confirm, and another crush. Mix up, oh, he missed. Yeah, that was a big chance for Chris. He kind of goofed. Didn't go where he expected after that. Good block. After that dive kick from Cammy, you really are just stuck. You're stuck on defense. Oh, what a reaction.
Nice. Nice to get out of there. Use that throw OS.
Oh, another anti jump from Alex Myers. And Chris T with those resources. Oh, that could have been critical art. Got to be careful. Myers still close to his own critical art. Just a lot of resources. You see the buffering from Chris trying to fake, make Myers go into something.
Oh, wow. Same side. I definitely would have started blocking the other way.
Oh, got him.
The hit.
Ah, okay. This is going to be punished. Yes. If it hit, it would have been the game, of course, for Chris T. And, you know, the okay thing about going to critical art there is you don't get crush counter punished in a lot of situations. But right there, I mean, he didn't have enough life to survive.
Right.
It was a big risk for Chris T. He lost a lot of resources. And you got to wonder if now, because of that, he loses out on a lot of the advantages he would have had this round. Big jump over worked out for him.
Nice.
Oh, reaction dive kick over. Oh, baited.
Oh, nice. Baited again. That's the second time we've seen him do that.
Yeah, the dash up, back dash.
Yeah.
Just in case there's a throw attack, which there was. Yeah, low forward confirmed from Myers. Huge lead. Oh, the jump over not in time. And the throw, one more from Myers to get this game. And go up, and he does. 9. Now game point, Alex Myers over Chris T to see who's going to be the ESL King of the Hill.
Man, these matches, the amount of footsies being played, this is really
They're
crazy.
playing so tight on the screen. They're playing such a really tough range to play footsies at. It's that close range, you know, just jabs and mediums up close kind of footsie game where you really have to be on point. There's all these little micro decisions you have to make. And now Chris really turning on the offense here. He's feeling it. He's down a few games, and Myers looking like he could be the new King of the Hill here.
Oh, Roger Strong with challenge.
Yeah, great counter poke from Chris, and that's what he's got to look for. Counter poking is key, but it's really tough against Cammy in a lot of these situations. He's so controlling in the neutral. Such great buttons. It's hard to find a spacing where the counter poking feels good, and also you got to watch out for other ways to approach besides the ground, right? The air, maybe dashing in. A lot of meter being built too for both players right now. They're getting close to these critical arts to close out rounds. That range! Oh my
God!
Just hanging out in that range. You got to be careful about it. Now, V-gauge stock for Chris. Yeah, it should be the round.
And this dude was loitering in his footsie range.
Yeah.
Just ignored the sign completely. Like, nah, bro.
There was definitely a lot of loitering. He was walking in and out of that range like it was no big deal. Like Chris couldn't have hit any button on that controller and hit him, but instead, works out for him. There's that low forward, not turned into anything.
Has that roundhouse again.
Oh, what a whip.
Oh, man. Nice wake up back medium punch. Gets that target combo.
And now pressure for Chris Tatarian in the corner.
Chris T is going to have to... Oh, wow.
Again, yeah, you try to throw Ken, he just walks backwards out of it with that walk speed. Critical art confirmed.
And that's going to be the round.
Yeah, 2 games away now from closing this out. 8 to 9. Just got to think about it like this. If this is a 2 out of 3 now, Myers is up 1 game, right? He just needs 1 more to close it out. Chris has got to get 2 straight. He really needs to try to build on the strength of that game, right? He really has to keep up that kind of momentum, that kind of pace. And if he can force it to a last game, you got to wonder if Myers will become a little nervous, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, I had this lead, you know, and maybe become stressed. This is an important game for Chris to stay focused on his game plan and not get eaten up alive on offense. Man, that delayed low medium punch from Alex Myers.
Oh my God, and look at how he's swinging with this button. Gets the stun. What's going to happen? Because he's going to have to do a lot of work if he wants to bring this round back. Chris T.
The throw will do it, and match point. King of the Hill point for Alex Myers over Chris T with a perfect.
Wow, that's got to be that's going to hurt your insides a little bit.
Yeah, interrupt from Chris Tatarian. You didn't want him to get all that space for free. And yeah, Chris Tatarian, a much more defensive counter-pokey style of game, but that allows Myers a little bit more wiggle room. Great anti-air that time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of the few times Myers has had his anti-airs ready. I feel like he's let a lot of jumps go.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's Ken and he's worried about the approach. Buffer, he still has critical art on deck. Oh yeah, anti on the jump. You expected maybe a fireball. This is huge damage. And now it puts Myers about 1 hit from being king of the hill here. Oh, other side. Oh yeah, he missed the juggle. Could have been that jab uppercut.
Oh, and now you see him get really frustrated. A
Yeah,
lot of
Chris playing anti.
Yeah, that last little series was pure frustration. Still in control and takes the round. Man, I feel like he just barely got that. There was no way he was 100% sure about the outcome of that round.
Definitely not. It was, yeah, okay. Hurricane works at the start. Chris really picking it up. You can see the speed at which he's playing now much faster. He's trying to force this final game.
Oh,
now
wow.
a little bit more patience.
Ooh.
Stand light kick as a little interceptor is a great button for Chris to be hitting.
Oh, yeah, especially on the back end.
Throw tech, and there's an anti-air from Myers. He got that little back strong, but nothing after. Chris Tatarian with his own. Now his offense. V-reversal just to get that space for himself, and he's looking good in this round. He's got to keep up this kind of pace and this kind of ground game to keep up with Alex Myers here. Hurricane,
wow.
yeah, it's tough
Tries
to
to go
anti-air.
for the anti-air, yeah. And you see Myers go right back to that spot he was playing before, trying to go with anti-airs and poke him out, but it's not working out. Chris T on the verge of taking this game, tying it up 9-9.
The air-to-air will do it 9 apiece. Final game here to see who's going to be the king of the hill. 2 weeks in a row, it came down to the last game.
I mean, that is definitely a nod to just how good Mr. Chris T is.
Yeah, to be able to stay alive week after week after week about all these players he's been playing against to try to be king of the hill. We'll see who's going to be the Southern California king of the hill again, as Northern California really has not been putting up much of a fight.
I'm just saying, man. If we go to the SoCal frat house, we have like the heads of all the defeated King of the Hill players. So
That's
I
where
hope you
Chris
guys
T
are
is
ready.
in the SoCal frat house. That's right. Anti-air misses again. I really like that in the second half of this set, Chris Tatarian has gone to that jump Tatsu. Much better option for the approach, and Alex Myers has not been dealing with it well. He hasn't had an answer yet. Big fierce, and that walk back from Ken, as we see, is so tough for Alex Myers to throw, right? The walk back speed is so fast, you have to check him low after instead. You can't make him, you know, tech that throw. You got to do something else.
Oh, Crouch Furious for the reset. Finds the hit, but no combo confirmed. And yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, bit antsy now. Okay, low forward, not turning into anything. Myers, he's having trouble establishing the same kind of ground game control. Spends the EX. He was close to critical art, but he wants that resource instead.
Slight life lead here by Alex Myers. And you see Chris T.
He's looking for any button into V-trigger, which he finds. Good defense from Alex Myers.
Look at Myers, just committed to blocking. Didn't even try to jump over the fireballs. Just blocked them and said, you know what, whatever. I'll get the great life back. Gets the back throw.
And
Chris T.
critical art. Chris T could try to find chip situation here. Uppercut critical art. V reversal, he just
Goes
built
out
it.
of the way. Oh.
No anti-air, yeah, he was scared of the Tatsu.
And no life.
anti-air again, he interrupted.
The hit.
Last guess.
Oh
the
my God,
will
he gets the
do
throw.
it.
I cannot believe he was so calm.
He just hit it, yeah. He totally was just like, yep, this is my combo, this is my comeback. Alex Myers, tournament point.
Oh,
King of the Hill point. And that anti-air, again, he's got to go to the uppercut. He hasn't figured it out, and huge damage again. So many of those have landed all set long. I think only maybe one block from Chris T.
And getting that critical art early definitely sets the tone, because it seems like you don't have any resources, but it actually makes the other person play on tilt.
Yeah,
like
because they know they just lost all that life. I just lost 40% at the start of this round. I really got to bring it back now.
Oh my God, dash up, crouching strong, and look at him reaching, fishing with those roundhouse kicks.
Oh, out of range, yeah, the counter hit pushback.
Oh, just walk up throw this time. It's the first time we see him do it.
Oh, we look for it, couldn't find it now. Chris Tatarian, tons of resources. Got to be careful. The jump Tatsu. No whip punish.
Gets clipped. Oh, there's throw.
Not going to quite do it yet. Myers still got to work out some damage here.
50 seconds left on the clock.
A dive kick juggle could do it. He's got to be careful.
Oh, and there's a throw. It's not over yet. Still has a chance. He has a bunch of resources. Walks into that crouching strong. What's going to happen?
Oh, the dash up.
Oh, my God.
And the medium kick to do it. Alex Myers takes it 10-9 over Chris T and is now the new King of the Hill. Good stuff to them. What a crazy set that was. That close range neutral game we saw the whole time. Alex Myers' success rate on uppercut into critical art was so ridiculous. I feel like he landed almost every single one. And now new King of the Hill. Chris T, half of this has dominated, right? 2 weeks in a row. We got King of the Hill, but a new one. Chris T goes down to Alex Myers, who's the new King of the Hill, the new champion. You can see there, gets the W and is now King of the Hill. He'll be coming back next week to try to defend his title against, some more Northern California and Southern California players. But yeah, in the meantime, just to see what maybe Alex Myers and Chris Tatarian are thinking after such a long and super tense set. We're going to head over to Steve to talk to both of them in just a second.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. What a crazy set. Second week in a row, it went down to the final game. I'm going to talk to you first. How are you feeling, sir?
Not good.
Of course, obviously not good. Can you give me a brief synopsis of what happened? What do you feel like personally went wrong?
To be honest, I don't really know. There was a lot of rounds that I should have won.
Right.
And then, like, Cammy stuff happened. I honestly don't know. I think that a lot of times there was, like, unfamiliar situations that happened out of nowhere, and then he kept DPing on wake up, and I couldn't read him. So, I mean, good stuff to him. He mixed it up pretty well.
Is there anything that stands out in your mind that you felt like would have changed the outcome of this set?
It looked like the universe was kind of pointing towards him on this one, because no matter what I did, it was just like I couldn't get the last hit every single match.
Yeah, it just seemed like you had a hard time closing it out. That seems like one of the hardest things.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, he played really well, so good stuff to him.
Okay, so back to the drawing board. You're going to look at this matchup a little more intently now?
Not at all, because I feel like I played it pretty well. But okay. I feel like it was just luck of the draw every single match.
Left your heart on the table?
100%.
All right. Hey, honestly, man, good showing. 2 weeks straight, man. Oh, man, doing an amazing job. But, of course, our new King of the Hill winner, Mr. Ronin's Alex Myers. Sir, so tell me something. Like, first off, what was the hardest thing to deal with in that matchup?
Chris has a very, defensive play style against me, and I think it really works really well against Cammy. I think against any other Cammy, he would probably beat them, even Xiaohai, because we just play each other so much. Like, I know a lot. And I told everyone, like, if I can't beat Chris, he's going to beat every single person that comes on this show. So I got to try and carry Chris's torch. But Chris played really well. We both got some lucky rounds. I feel like I got some of the lucky rounds. Like, he dropped some supers, But, like, in a really high pressure situation, it is harder. He's really good at doing that, so, yeah.
That was very tense, because I was watching. I was like, oh, man, he did drop at this range. And there were certain ranges that you would play at to make him hit buttons. So, now, first off, you need, like, a bravery badge, because you were playing in the footsie range where he can cancel at any time into EX Tatsu or just super. Why did you do that?
Because then he knows, like, that I'm going to go for dive kick or something, so I have to do something to scare him. And then one thing I also picked up on was when he had so much meter, like, he's like fishing really hard, so that's when I chose to pick my spots better. Like, I was trying to, bait the aggression sometimes, and I feel like that kind of helped me. And he also, there was a point, I think second to last round, he did DP super when he didn't think I had V reversal. I think I just got it. I got him. Yeah, I think that really ended up going. I would say that's where things change. Like that's why I won.
Okay, so if you had to say, let's just say we're at the house, we're all chilling, hanging out, eating, and that set was finished. You're like, man, that was a crazy set. What would you tell Mr. Chris T to what happened to change it? Like, what specifically did you do that you felt like was the difference in this set?
Chris kind of like turtles up sometimes, and I think that's when I was able to pick my spots better. But honestly, luck was a big factor for both of us, and I feel like it could have gone either way. It was really close. So that was like, that looked like, it was like pretty much down even every time,
Okay, I have one more question before we get out of here. I have one for you and one for you. Were you at all put off by the fact that he was playing at that range?
No, because Cammy controls the neutral in that matchup. So, of course, he's going to be playing in the range that he needs to control. So, he placed his buttons pretty well, his down fierces and whatnot, and his medium kicks. I was looking for the dive kicks. I'm trying to stay in that range in order to look for the dive kicks and whatnot, because it's scary for me to throw a fireball to contest a normal that beats mine. It's a very patient game for Ken, and yeah.
All right, well, with that being said, Alex, congratulations. Chris, congratulations. We're going to go back to the desk.
All right, everybody, we just saw that fantastic first to 10, but look at our new competitors who are going to be coming down next week. Newly NorCal transplant K. Brad from Evil Genius.
K. Brad
versus Christopher G. Chris Genius himself. Two geniuses throwing down. It's going to be likely Cammy versus Guile is what we'd expect for Southern California to round things off. Of course, the winner of that set will be playing against Alex Myers, who is the new King of the Hill, got himself Controller Chaos Stick as well as 500 Smackaroos.
So the mantle has officially been passed. Alex Myers is our new ESL King of the Hill winner this week. And of course, we have two new competitors, as SHM just said, who will be joining us next week.
Yeah. It's been really interesting so far, right? Because we had a lot of Southern California players doing really well at this.
Yeah.
And, the next few players that come up are kind of transplants to the area. They're not native to Southern California and Northern California, but they're taking up the rivalry.
Well, that's going to be more interesting,
Yeah. So it's going to be a really interesting, set, and I'm really happy with the players that we've had so far. It's been really good. I like that Myers mentioned that he feels like if he didn't beat Chris would have beat everybody.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting statement, right? It's a lot of confidence.
That is a lot of confidence.
In Chris Tatarian and himself that maybe he could take this set. Before we wrap it up, Steve, we have a couple of things to talk about today. Mostly, please follow the social channels that you guys are all watching for ESL, right? Of course, you guys can follow them down there, twitter.com/ESLSF. And the main channel you guys are watching on, twitch.tv/ESL, which is next week, Tuesday. Those competitors will be throwing down K-Brad and Chris G in a first of 10. Winner will play against Alex Myers, another Controller Chaos Stick, another $500 on the line.
Right.
Of course, you guys at home, you want to follow all the social channels. And if you want to try to get into that chance to win one of those Controller Chaos Sticks, again, follow Controller Chaos on Twitter. Follow ESL SF on Twitter. Get your chance to win a lovely fight stick that Controller Chaos is putting together. A special edition. It's got its own fancy art on it. It's got the fancy decor. It's a PlayStation 4 stick. It's pretty nice.
And it's not even like the bad sticks. It's the stick that you can play on. You don't have to worry about the paint or anything rubbing off. It's a great controller.
Super fancy, high quality stuff. Of course, there'll be the Ultra Chen show tonight if you want to tune in and see more of us. Twitch.tv/UltraChenTV. We're going to do a show. It should start about 8 o'clock-ish Pacific Standard Time.
What time we get there.
That's like 2.5 hours from now. Myself, you, Ultra David, James Chen, we'll be talking about all things fighting games, including the Street Fighter set you guys just saw right here. It's been a lot of fun, an absolute pleasure to be here with ESL, you guys all day here in the Burbank studios. ESL put on a super fun event, super great games. Congrats to the competitors, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you later. Check out this Controller Chaos ad.